Hi, this is Billie Beene here with another segment of Truth by Billie Beene, the second part for today, February 12, 2023, new. This is my third YouTube channel. I have a subscribe button in the lower right corner of my screen. Thanks for like, subscribe, and share on YouTube and Rumble. Episode 509, U.S. Mil-Scramble jets over Michigan. The Chinese balloons could equal nuke bullets dropped into the earth as markers for an upcoming EMP. China are the black hats because China now is also scrambling jets to shoot down a UFO there. So for all nations, we know that we now have currently operating white hats and black hats. Some of my sources are God and the Bible Patriot subscribers. Beforeitsnews, an interview with John de Souza, 25-year FBI agent who handled UFOs and other type areas, who was interviewed by Laura Eisenhauer and David Nino Rodriquez. Another source, a Stequel site, RT, and Begley-Mile, W77, Forbes website. So let's get started. Okay, so we had this information coming out from, and I would like to say that now over Lake Michigan. Let me do the Michigan part first, because I understand we have jets scrambled over Lake Michigan. So people in that area could, have their cameras out, try to see what's going on. Now, in my previous report, I reported on Havre, Montana, that there was a no-fly zone, a no-TAM, that was closed, and that was last night, Saturday night. And I saw other sites talking they could not get a visual on it. And the object, the UFO, or the Chinese balloon, as we're calling it, could evade radar. So now it appears they were going to begin again this morning. It appears that that object or another one, because now we understand over the U.S. there's like 8 of them, could have moved from Havre, Montana. Here's Canada. We've got Wisconsin, Michigan. We've got Lake Michigan right here. Here is the NOTAM right here in this area. It's a 50 nautical mile by 50 nautical mile square. So that's currently going on right now. So the U.S. military is scrambling jets to take that out. Well, they've had the jets and the fuel refuelers up most of the night here, so they're refreshing and moving to this area. So that's going on. The source for that is W77 for the no-fly area over Lake Michigan. Now I'll report what John de Souza reported, that we've been hearing about these Chinese balloons, and we know so far we had one shot down Friday and Saturday in the Alaska area, and we had one shot down earlier in South Carolina. Now, John de Souza is reporting that these are actually put out not by China, but by the U.S. military. That would be the 30% black hats. not under control of President Trump, who's recognized by 70% of the U.S. military as commander-in-chief. So the U.S. military plus the CIA plus DARPA is actually putting these out against the American people to destroy the U.S. economy and the U.S. military. So the Chinese balloons, this is the term being put out also by the mainstream media, we know is under the command of the Black Hats, are actually drones. And what they were dropping all over the U.S., there's California, Texas, Florida. So they were dropping all over the U.S. in strategic parts, and they would have to use something like a balloon or a drone to drop them. They are, I believe, they could be along ley lines, which are natural energy lines of the earth, or they could be along strategic electric grid. It's more likely it's along the strategic electrical grid locations. John de Souza described these small things that were dropped as being like Nuke. They have radioactive material bullets. And in the second wave by the drones, which is believed politically to be coming out soon because the Republicans have taken control of the House of Representatives, which means that soon there could be an impeachment or a 25th Amendment move against the actor JB and other things. So that would speed up the time frame in which the deep state would then bring in the second round of drones who would drop or match up in the air a different type of package to the marker to bring about an EMP, to bring down the electric grid of the United States of America. These are the people, and we understand our enemy is inside our gates. So we know that 280 million Americans own self-defense items. We have 100 million organized in militias who would link up to the 70% of the U.S. military who would be defending the United States of America against all enemies, domestic and foreign. So that's going on. Now, I've heard this term, and so John de Souza is putting this term out, kill chain. And I've been hearing this from other sources, but I've been waiting for a good definition. What does that mean? And John de Souza says, yeah, it's to link up little packages with those bullet markers being put out by the Chinese balloons or drones right now. And he says also this would bring about the white hats using the emergency alert system. That means they would take over the mainstream media and other communication sources. So he's recommending it's good to have cash, food, and water to last 3 weeks to 1 month while there's a transition of government going on. So this sounds like it could be a reasonable explanation for what's going on. Now we have this. We have from SQ, Steve Quayle's site, RT, and also Forbes. China is now, and we know in China, they would also have, in China, we have President Xi with the white hats, and we have the CCP. Now we understand inside China, we've got Japan, we've got Taiwan. This is the South China Sea. Up here, we've got the Yellow China Sea. And we have China. So the area in which they are preparing to scramble their jets and shoot down an unidentified object similar to the ones that have been shot down in the U.S. And the location is right here. It's Riz Hao, and it's in the Shandong province, like a state. So Riz Hao is the area. So that's going on. And it's similar to the objects that were shot down. Well, one was seen over Havre, Montana, which is 30 miles from the Canadian border, but that's the one we believe now has moved to over Michigan. But they had shot down one previously on Friday in Dead Horse, Alaska, Saturday in the Mayo, Yukon area in Alaska, and then one about February 6th off of the South Carolina coast. So that's going on. Now, we have this. Yeah, and Bloomberg also is reporting on the Michigan NOTAM and the jets scrambling to shoot it down over Lake Michigan. So now here is a positive thought. Prophet Chuck Pierce came out this week at a prophetic summit and says, you know, he had a recent vision all around America, including Hawaii, the Guam Islands, Alaska, are 51 angels of God, and God is going to take care of America. So may we say now, may God bless America and all nations around the earth with peace and prosperity for 2023. I think it's good to remember that God is in charge and He is on the move. I love you, and I'll see you soon.